Okay, I'm going to do a 5-minute video to give a brief description about the software that I have developed and how the software works. Now, when you look at these folders, these are the various type of customers that I have developed this particular software for. So I'm going to use one of the softwares to demonstrate how the software works. Now, when you open the folder, the software is already in the package. So you run it from this one, the one with the ESE as the extension. Now, when the software opens, we have two parts. Now, when you put the mouse pointer on this one, a message appears that click to go to user panel, and another message appears here that click to go to what? Admin panel. That means we have two parts of the software. That means the part that the teller of the shop will be using, and the manager of the shop, the part that he or she will also be using. So now first let's look at the teller side before we come to the manager side. Now when you click on the teller side, it will ask you for your credentials. That means your username and password. Now when I enter my username and I enter my password, if the password is not correct, you are not allowed to log in. If everything is correct, you'll be allowed to log in and the software will launch. Now the first thing that you see when the software launches is the interface where the teller is going to use. Now when you look at this place, these are all the items the manager have entered in the system, and the items that he or she entered have got a retail price and a wholesale price. And these buttons here, these two buttons, the RSP and the WSP. The RSP simply stands for the retail selling price, and the WSP stands for the wholesale selling price. So now, if a customer is buying a particular item, the person in charge or in the shop will select the item here, or can just search the item name by the first letter or anything that the name is, and click on that particular item. You can see that the item name will be displayed here and the price will be displayed here. This price you can see here is what? The retail selling price. The total quantity will also be shown here, but you can see that the total quantity now for this particular item is 0. So when the seller try to select any quantity, a message will be what? Pop up that what? Item is finished. That means the quantity in stock is what? Finished. So you can select new items and you select your quantity. There the calculation goes. That means the cost of the item is 14 cedis, and the customer is buying 2, which means these 2 times or the 14 is giving 28, and everything will be displayed here. You go ahead to select new items, you select your quantity, new item, you select your quantity, new item, you select your quantity, new item, you select your quantity. So when you are done, there's 2 buttons here. One is saying no receipt. In this case, the customer does not need any receipt, so you can just click here and you continue with other customers' details. But if the customer need a receipt, you just check this button which says what? Check to activate the receipt button. So when you check this one, there will be a switch between no receipt and the receipt, which means this time you can print a receipt for the customer. Okay, now let's go ahead and look at how the receipt is. Now after buying everything, after taking all the items that the customer need, you just enter the amount that the customer will pay for you. Like maybe the customer is now paying 120 Ghana cedi. Immediately you enter the 120 Ghana cedi, this one will be deducted from this one and the balance will be shown here. Now when you click on print, it will prompt you to enter the name of the customer. So you can enter the name of the customer, then you click on OK. If a printer is connected, this particular receipt will just be printed out. But since there are no printer here, I'll just save it on my desktop. Okay, I'll just save it on my desktop. And let's have a look at the receipt, how it is shown. Now, this is the detailed views of what sorry, of the receipt. You can see the name of the shop, maybe the items that they sell, their location, their contact number, the date that particular issue was, the date that particular receipt was issued, the time, the teller who issued that particular receipt, and the name of the customers. And all the items that the customer bought will be listed here, together with their quantity and their total cost, and the amount, the total amount, the amount the customer paid, and the balance. So you can see all these details here. This contact number is just my contact number to inform the customer that this is the developer of the software. Okay, so basically this is a brief overview of how the software operates. Now we will go to the second part. So let's end this video. It's almost time.